Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Les Get Things Straight. I am RCK Films.
And I'm Lurk.
That's it. You're just gonna go by Lurk.
I'm gonna go by Lurk.
Just Lurk.
Just Lurk.
You could probably hear her better than the last episode because my mic hated me. Or
We are using two separate mics now.
and from two different locations.
Far away from each other.
Let's say my mic probably liked me more, but it didn't like how Lurk was sitting in a higher chair and I was sitting in her comfy couch.
Yeah, it hated me.
God, it was such a pain. Just like looking for all the times you talked in the podcast and trying to raise your volume and suddenly realizing I am the annoying one that won't shut the fuck up. And even after I uploaded the video, I was searching through, our podcast. Each time I stopped, I'm the one that's fucking talking still.
Oh, I think you were excited.
I was excited because when I'm recording my voice, I'll talk for days. But when I have an actual camera in front of me, I get screwed.
I mean, you'll talk for days no matter what, but...
You should see me in front of a camera. I'm very awkward.
I can see that.
Unless I'm wearing a mask. Then it's not a big deal.
Yeah, because you're completely different when you're Deadpool compared to normal Rob. Like...
Oh, totally. Oh, you should see me as Batman, too. It's just... Cosplaying is fun. Speaking of cosplaying, what a segue we let that into.
Shit.
Oh, shit. Fucking Jenna and Julian got nothing on me. Actually, no. I'm better than them, obviously. There's no comparison.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go with that.
at like segues. Let's say that, because whatever happened to that one episode with
I don't know. Julian's pretty lit when it comes to his segues.
I wouldn't call that lit.
I mean, he tries.
He does. What's he doing underground? His best. So yes, today's episode is about cosplaying and convention all together. Because when I came over to Vancouver to visit Lurk here, one of obviously the original intention was to hang out, but the other intention was to go to Fan Expo. Which is, Lurk, you know more about it than I do. What is Fan Expo?
Basically Canada's version of Comic-Con. I know Fan Expo does stuff in the States too, but in Canada, there's only two. There's Fan Expo Canada, which is back east, and then there's Fan Expo Vancouver. I don't know if there's other ones. I haven't heard of any other ones in Canada. I've only heard of the one back east and then ours.
I think we have a few Fan Expos here, but I think in Vancouver that's a better spot to be at because in Vancouver that's where they film all the CWDC shows, and not even that. I think they film a Marvel movie here or two. They film Deadpool.
They film everything here.
Pretty much.
It's insane how much they film here. Like the first Twilight, actually all the Twilights were filmed here.
Really?
Actually 2 blocks away from my house.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
You know what? I remembered the first movie, the scene where we're in the very first Twilight movie where we're introduced to Jacob. Now that I think about it, that area they're in kind of reminds me of your block.
I mean, I don't think it was around my block, but I mean, a lot of blocks in Canada, here look the same. So there's trees. Trees everywhere. It's a rainforest, so
trees and a goddamn hill.
Yeah, mountains everywhere.
pretty much, and a goddamn volcano.
Yep.
let's just tell the audience where you live while we're at it.
Yeah, there's a volcano nearby. It's beautiful to look at. It's active, so it could blow. And we'd probably be covered in thick ash. Although recently, updates, the Yellowstone volcano is showing a lot of activity that it may erupt. And then we'd all be fucked. You and anyone in the central of the States and up here. And
we'll basically be the next Pompeii. That's basically what we're saying here. We're all going to just be in
we're all gonna die.
Our dead carcasses will be in a museum exhibit somewhere. So, because for science. So anyway, what was I going with this? Oh yes, cosplaying and all that. We're gonna talk about.
We talk about Fan Expo first and how it was, and then.
Yeah, this is how unprofessional we are and how we're still noobs. Even though I've been in a few podcasts I even have one. I only uploaded 2 episodes, and you made one,
I made
right?
one.
This is just how noobs we are. We haven't really like wait how. I just said what we're gonna talk about, but I didn't discuss how we're gonna discuss it.
I
But
mean,
you
I
let
feel like this is just fine. They can be involved with our processing, whatever you want to say.
that's the word.
Words, English,
That's
hello.
English. Exactly. So, all right, yeah, we'll discuss how Fan Expo went. I'll just let's start with you first, since you're the more familiar with Fan Expo. Since this month was or this year was like my first exposure to Fan Expo, you can
Yeah.
discuss how it all went.
Well, I think I've been to Fan Expo the last 5 years in a row.
It's
I
about the same
think.
as me with C2E2.
Yeah. Um, this was probably by far the smallest it's ever been, and honestly, the shittiest. It was great because you were here and we had fun,
You
but
can't see me, but I'm dabbing right now.
the the whole convention usually takes place at Canada Place downtown. We call it the Sales because the building looks like Sales, and right next door is the convention center, which has a grass roof, and it's a beautiful, like beautiful building. Don't get me wrong, um, but the one big area showroom place that they have there, um, they cut off some a corner to do panels with the stars that were there, and then a smaller area to do like the dueling sketches or whatever, and stupid things like that. I mean, they're not stupid; they're great. I love watching the artists duel, but it was so weird because they're right in the middle of the convention floor, and then there's just a well,
No, they're
there's a thing
stupid.
going
No, I'm
on.
kidding.
um, all the other years, it's except for one, has been at the Sales, and they have the main convention floor where you would see like all the booths of the celebrities, and then you'd have all the comic and artist people, and then all the booths and stuff galore with all the shit that you can buy. And then the other rooms upstairs of because it's part hotel too, at the Sales, so there's different conference rooms and stuff like that. That's where they would do different panels. Like they had a panel Pacific room that was big for the talks with the stars, and then there'd be like a bunch of different panels going on in different rooms at the same time, so you really had to like pick and choose where you wanted to go, and that was great. It was really great. But it all being the same floor was kind of just like, are you kidding me? And then even this year too, there was next to no stars. Like the list was so bare compared to all the other years. Like my first or second year going to Fan Expo Vancouver, Stan Lee was fucking there. I
Ooh.
was a arm length away from the man, and I didn't notice it until I like turned around and I was like, did I really just walk by Stan Lee? Like, hello. um, and like we had William Shatner. I think it was last year or the year before, and like no, it was the year before. And then last year we had the entire iZombie cast because they're here filming all the time. So they decided they'd all come. So I'm kind of confused as to why they didn't come again this year. Um, like, yeah, I don't know. And the CW shows too, all of them are here. They're all here. Like, why aren't they coming to this thing? Why aren't the people of Fan Expo trying to get more in touch with them? Um, but I mean, we had fun. We made
Oh
it
yeah.
work. The cosplaying was great. It was pretty great. I'm sad that no one was really like lively in their character like you were.
Me cosplaying as Deadpool. It's oof. It's
It's a show.
I was in character long before we even made it downtown.
Yeah, the minute you put on that mask, you're in character.
I mean, you saw me when you went to pick me up. I was doing a fucking catwalk.
Yes, you were. And then when we were stopped next to that bus and those teenage boys were freaking the fuck out that
Oh
we were
my
next to
god.
Deadpool.
Oh Jesus. I still have footage of that. I said in the last podcast that I was gonna add pictures and videos of shit I was talking about, and I didn't. Maybe I'll do it here if I remember.
If he
'Cause,
remembers. No
I
promises.
no promises. I've learned never make promises you can't keep. I get I got stories from like my conventions where like what I would do as Batman or what I would do as Deadpool, I would just get so intense. I don't know what happens. It's like what happened when Jim Carrey played what's his face in that movie Man in the Moon. Whatever, I can't remember his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. But that comedian that he played in that movie, he was so into in that role that like they made a whole documentary about on Netflix talking about how Jim Carrey got so method in this role that he actually believed that he was him. That's not what I do, but I go in a weird trance as soon as I put on that Deadpool mask. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. Obviously, when I take it off, I'm fine. But just as soon as I put it on, shit happens. And
shit happens.
she is here. She heard how loud I can scream. Deadpool made me discover how loud I could. I didn't even know I was able to scream that loud. Like you saw, I was yelling to that lady to take the picture.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But you were Rey from both Last Jedi and Force Awakens.
Yes.
How was that? That was pretty fun.
It was fun. I mean, it sucks that no one really, I guess, got the Last Jedi, or no one really cared. The second that I wore my Force Awakens one, everyone was like, "Holy shit!"
I guess it was probably a mix of like how off the colors were, or just. I mean,
really, the only thing that was off was my shawl thing.
I don't think the colors being off mattered because it could have been like Rey's other outfit, like if she became like a full Jedi Knight. It was like that, but like, I guess the main thing was like no one cared for the Last Jedi. And like the Last Jedi is like,
it's just there, and I don't understand. Like,
it's like saying an offensive. It's like saying the Last Jedi is like it's an offensive word to Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Which, just to add, it blows my mind because The Last Jedi I really enjoyed, and it's 10,000 times better than Rogue One. But so many people are like, "Fuck Last Jedi, Rogue One was so much better." Like, what?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh god, yeah. Like, I think it was Mr. Sunday Movies who made a video that was like, what was better, Last Jedi or Rogue One? And he believed Last Jedi. I'm sorry, not Last Jedi. Force Awakens. He said that. What was better, Force Awakens or Rogue One? And he believed The Force Awakens was a better film.
Oh yeah.
But every single comment, there was not one comment that said Force Awakens. It was all Rogue One. Oh, Solo and Rogue One are the best like modern Star Wars movies of all time. What the fuck are they doing with the episodes? And it's just so like.
Can we just state that if those movies were so good, then why did they cancel Boba Fett and any other independent movies of Star Wars? Like, clearly those movies sucked. And
why is Solo considered the first Star Wars bomb? I mean, I like Solo, but still, you know, it's the facts are there. I've always said this. No one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans.
It's so true. I've never noticed before. Like,
oh, God, yeah. As soon as the prequels came out and people were realizing their flaws, that's when like the hatred for it came. So
yeah, it's amazing that they just can't appreciate that there's art being made of Star Wars again and enjoy it while it lasts. Because what if Disney were to just give it up and it just be there? I don't think they're gonna give it up because it's such a moneymaker. But like,
look at us sidetracking back to Star Wars. When
That's true.
We have a topic about always, every day, even when we're not recording or streaming, we'll just talk about Star Wars for like an hour or maybe more.
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, let's get back on track. So, what did you think of Fan Expo?
I think if I was alone in a small convention, here's my feelings about conventions in general, and this includes Fan Expo. If I'm in a huge convention, like, for example, MCM in London, or the one I go to constantly, C2E2, or, I guess, Anime Central, which I know a lot of people like, I think it's a fucking horrendous convention, excuse me. I think that big conventions are better to go alone, because sometimes when you're with a friend, it's fun, but the thing is, like, you're going to want to explore, you're going to want to go to all the shops, or you don't want to wait for anybody, and it's going to take a while. In a small convention like Fan Expo was, I think it made it better. If I was alone in that small convention, I probably would have been a little you know, and I prefer if I'm gonna be in a small convention, I'm gonna need a friend with me to make it better. So the fact that you and I were hanging out made it better. But other than that, I didn't mind it too much. I dug all the cosplays I saw just because there was a whole fuckload that were like, wow, that's actually really freaking good. Like,
That reminds me, though, is that there wasn't any professional cosplayers there.
yeah, there wasn't.
And every year, there's always been a section of like at least 5 professional, semi-professional cosplayers.
To
And
give like a viewer an idea of like how small, and I guess unimpressed is not a great word for it, but how unimpressive like the guest list was.
there was only, what, 6 major stars?
The Well, I was gonna say the biggest star there was Kevin Conroy, but I forgot Jason Momoa was also there.
Jason Momoa was the headliner that they were trying to get people to come in for, and it's like, what?
Jason Momoa and Kevin Conroy. Those were the 2 biggest stars there because everyone knows Jason Momoa from obviously Game of Thrones and Aquaman. And Kevin Conroy, you might not know the face or the name, but you know the voice. He's Batman. So other than that, there was really no one there. Even like the quote unquote internet celebrity list was like
Internet celebrities. Let's talk about that. The fucking 3 people that are YouTubers. It was like internet celebrities. All 3 of them were YouTubers, and they only had what, like 1 million subs.
I've never heard of these guys in my life.
Yeah, we've never heard of them.
I've never.
I'm pretty sure we walked by 2 of them actually, because I saw somebody vlogging with a professional like vlogging thing and a huge camera, and we walked right by, and I looked and was like, I guess that's them, and we kept walking like this is shit.
I like to think that I got more attention than they did.
You definitely did.
And then you got more attention when you were the Force Awakens Rey than they did.
Yeah.
So
they didn't even have a booth. They were just there. Like
think of it this way. A brand new PC gaming PC had its own booth and not these guys.
Yeah.
So no one really. The guest list was very unimpressive, but like what I really dug about it was the atmosphere, because like I didn't feel like. Because sometimes with C2E2 and other conventions, mainly in America, it's other conventions like you're intimidated because there's a lot of shit going on there. The security is like rough and kind of mean, and sometimes you get a lot of like strange people who want to sell you something, and they're very like kind of like aggressive about it. I maybe it's just the Canadian touch of this convention. Literally everyone here, including security and everybody out there, were very nice, and it was very welcoming. It was such a very like warm-hearted like feeling of it. I've never really felt that experience in a convention in a long time, maybe other than MCM in London. I don't know. It's very. I need to visit international conventions more because like this was, even though how small it was the most fun I've had at a convention. I really wish I brought my Batsuit because.
Oh my god, that would have been cool.
Yeah, I mean I'm very quiet as Batman. I used to be loud as fuck, but I'm very quiet as Batman. But unless you take me at a party, oh boy, if you take me to a party, I will be the drunkest Batman alive.
Oh my god.
Oh, you should have seen me at that Halloween party I was at.
I can only imagine.
Ugh. But, no, yeah, I enjoyed Fan Expo. I think I was able to enjoy it a little bit more when you and I were not wearing cosplay.
Yeah.
When you and I were just wearing... Although, let's talk about, how many cards you passed and you gave other people.
So
OTG. Please follow OTG on Twitch and Twitter. Thank you. Anyway, go ahead.
I run a streaming community called Off the Grid Streamers, OTG Streamers on Twitch and Twitter, and check out our website otgstreamers.com. And so I wore my OTG jersey, with all intentions to hand out cards to people.
Now keep in mind, she had a whole fuckload of them.
I had a fuckload.
Just to help you understand the story. She had a fuckload of them.
but it didn't seem like there was many people there that I could really give those cards to. Like, it seemed like that Sunday was a lot more younger people, or like douchey looking people. Not like, I'm just, when I say that, I'm thinking of those three guys that were dressed up as that fucking pink Fortnite bear.
Oh my god! Every time I saw those guys, I wanted to smash them with my fucking like balloon pickaxe that I have in Fortnite.
Yes.
I'm like, how dare you snipe me! By the way, I'm totally drinking out of my Darth Vader mug that I got from
Of course
Star
you
Wars
are.
box,
Yes. Yes, queen.
Oh yeah, there was mystery boxes up the ass in that convention, and it was awesome.
Oh hell yeah, we'll have to talk about that. But so yeah, so I had this stack of cards, and there was one booth by Omen, and that had computers set up for you to play Fortnite and CS:GO, and I thought about just leaving my sneakily putting down the stack of cards in that area, but there were so many people watching. There was cameras. It was under surveillance, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like, I was
trying to like trick her into doing it. Go like, come on, just leave it there, leave it there.
So before we left, I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh my god, I forgot this.
I left one card in the stall I went pee in.
I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Because you came out of the bathroom with the biggest smile on your face, and I'm just thinking, she either saw a funny graffiti sign or she just took the biggest shit and didn't flush. I don't know why I thought that, but she looked at me and she goes, "I just left a card there," and I was like, "Oh my god."
Yep, I left the card in the bathroom. So hey, if you find this mystery person who found that card, I'll give you $1.
If you're a dude, why were you in the girl's bathroom?
Yeah, the question.
And if you're a woman, welcome aboard.
Oh man, but the mystery boxes, that was amazing. I bought three. Star Wars,
Bob's Burgers, and Bob Ross.
Right. Yeah, Star Wars, Bob's Burgers, Bob Ross.
I bought one. So
you bought Star Wars. Our Star Wars boxes were the same except for
various
the pint mug.
I was Darth Vader. You were the Death Trooper.
Death Trooper. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My Bob's Burger box is amazing. Piggy bank of the apartment, shot glasses, patch, lanyard. My Bob Ross one though. Bob Ross lunchbox, Bob Ross medal sign, Bob Ross deck of cards, which each card has a Bob Ross painting and a Bob Ross quote, and a magnet. It's just beautiful. Fucking love Bob Ross.
Just literally, you watch one of the Bob Ross Twitch streams, and you'll feel so peaceful.
I literally am sitting here with Bob Ross's Twitch stream on. It just ended.
Oh shit. Oh man, that's hilarious. See, I thought they were gonna do like the whole series one time and then never stream again. No, they're still doing reruns. They're still going.
They go through all of his shows and episodes. I think they start it like Sunday to Tuesday.
Who the fuck runs that stream? Like who is it? Like the people who produced that show, or was it like some some genius that had a Blu-ray cassette tape of all of Bob Ross's episodes going, I'm gonna stream this on Twitch and just let it run. And now it's one of the biggest fucking... that's a dream job, right? He's probably getting paid out of some old Bob Ross episodes, if it's just some dude.
I know what they have linked to it is the Bob Ross website where they sell like Bob Ross paint kits and stuff. So it's obviously going towards like either Bob Ross's family or like at least what he is kind of left behind.
You know what I thought about doing? I thought about like trying to recreate one of those paintings that he's doing on GIMP.
Jeez.
Because I watched a video of a guy trying to recreate a Bob Ross painting on Microsoft Paint.
Oh no.
It looked horrible but amazing at the same time. Because like all the shit he was doing with the brush, he's just like, how the fuck am I gonna do that on Windows Paint?
I really want to try and recreate one. Ever since Jenna Marbles did, and hers turned out beautifully. Like, Wow.
Remember,
I
there are
want
no
to do it.
mistakes, just happy accidents.
Exactly. Only happy accidents.
Like myself. What?
um, Another thing about Fan Expos, I'm glad I took you to Toy Traders beforehand.
Oh my
Uh,
god, that was so great.
they
I know
normally
we already talked about that in the last podcast, but I miss that place so much. I
they
miss it so much.
they usually have a ginormous booth at Fan Expo with a bunch of toys and collectibles and stuff. They were not there, but yet when we were at Toy Traders, there was a sign up. Do you remember that saying like
I saw
they were
like
gonna be at Fan Expo? Like,
that poster of like Superman that they were using to advertise the Fan Expo. I saw it there.
yeah.
They were everywhere. As a matter of fact, they were like
And
all over.
I'm just so confused because these people they like are heavily involved with Fan Expo always because this dude usually gets to keep the big poster signs that are behind where the stars are,
Yeah.
and he gets the star to sign them and he keeps them. So it's like, where were you this year? What happened? Like, I really don't understand. It's not like they didn't have the space because there was that huge area that like was open space.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully next year it's bigger and better. But
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, like, I know, like, probably none of us will be able to attend, but
yeah,
because I won't
wish
have the
them
money.
luck.
I'll be busy. Yeah. Good luck. Hopefully they'll be like, well, that was a small convention. Let's just go back to our original building.
yeah.
It's a shame. I wanted to go to that building because that looks really nice, but I guess they had to save room for that big ass fucking yacht that we saw. That was
Yeah,
right
that
by
fucking cruise ship was wow, just wow.
there. You
Wow.
can even see it. Wow. You can even see it from like Stanley Park. It's fucking ginormous.
It was almost as tall as the building.
Yeah, literally. I think it probably was bigger than the building.
I think so. It might have been.
It was just huge.
Um,
So huge.
I don't know. Should we talk a little bit about cosplaying, or do you
Are
want to
you
do some
okay?
convention? I don't know.
I think we basically said everything we needed to say about Fan Expo. We both liked it. We both had a blast. It was
Yeah.
better that we're together because if we probably went to a small convention like this alone, we would probably be like, fuck this place. Even though, like, we didn't spend all day there.
No, but we spent a good amount of time though. Like we even planned to only go for an hour or two the one day. We were there for more than that.
If it's a small convention, yeah, you could, like, just be there for, like, an hour or two, and you've been to everywhere. But a convention like C2E2, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I need a break, we need to come back now. But, like, I think the longest we were there was probably, like, the first day. I think we were there for, like, probably 3 hours max.
Yeah.
And then we had to go, drink alcohol, and then just fucking be grade A chillers.
Oh yeah, we went to Parallel 49 Brewing in our cosplays. Everyone stared at us. It was great.
Yeah, but they weren't judging us. They were kind of like, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, that's so cool."
See, like, in America, like, if you go in a cosplay, like,
Someone
you can,
shoots
like,
you.
Well, depending on where you're going, you'll get a mix. You'll get a mix of, like, that is fucking awesome, and then you'll get a mix of, like, are you okay? Do you need me to call anybody? Need me to call the men in suits to take you to a home? What's happening? And then you'll probably get shot. However, we didn't have that issue, and it was amazing. So I goddamn miss Vancouver so much. So yeah, that's it for Fan Expo. Now we're gonna talk about cosplaying and how do we feel about it. But mainly, I think where should we start is, I guess, how we started cosplaying. What made us want to cosplay? And I'll have you go first. What
Okay.
made you be like, I want to do that, and then do it?
Well, I mean, I saw a lot of like Comic-Con stuff always, it's always been posted everywhere online, and I've never I hadn't ever gone to a con. And I always saw it and I was like, oh, that'd be so cool to like dress up, and like those people they just seem so cool. And the first year I went to Fan Expo, I didn't dress up. I wore normal clothes the first day, and I felt so out of place. And I was like, oh my God, like I need to do something. Like I feel like I'm not wearing what I should be wearing. Like I don't feel comfortable. And then the rest of uh, that Fan Expo, I wore my Star Wars crew neck hoodie and my Star Wars leggings with my Star Wars Vans with my Star Wars socks and my Star Wars hat. Like I decked out all in Star Wars. And I felt a lot better. But I mean, ultimately, I wanted to wear a cosplay. So the following year, I decided my first cosplay was going to be Marceline, the Vampire Queen from Adventure Time.
Oh
I
my god.
I tried to do like a more realistic take on Marceline, so like if she were a human. Um, I had darker hair. I had it straightened and done the right way, and I had my whole face painted like a like a darkish gray that I still like looked human-esque, but that my skin was like a vampire. And I had a plaid jacket. I couldn't find a plaid, like a red and black plaid shirt. I don't know why they weren't anywhere to be found, but after the con, I found them everywhere. And I went to a billion different stores to try and find a black and red shirt, but I found a jacket. It worked, and I had gone to I think Hot Topic in the States before, and I found a dinky little plastic uh, base axe toy of Marceline's, and I was walking around with that, and it was great. Ended up going to a place downtown for dinner after that, and everyone kept looking at me really weird. And after being there for like an hour and a half, and we were ready to like leave, our waitress finally came over and was like, "I have to ask because a lot of people are asking me if you're okay. What is this all about?" They thought I was fucking dying. Like I was a sick kid out for my like last dinner or something. Um, so from that point on, I was like, okay, I need to do something that's more like a normal skin tone. So that's when I decided, you know what, like Ray, I'm gonna do Ray. And I found someone who handmade a Force Awakens costume. I bought it. I got a wood dowel. I bought 3D printed parts off of someone who can print 3D parts, and I put the dowel together, painted the shaft, and yeah, that was really my first really good cosplay, and I still love it, love it, love it. Um, Also, a
The
friend that
staff
I
that she
grew up
has.
with that moved away. We were like best friends in elementary school. The last year she moved away before we were going to go to middle school. She's, I would technically call her a semi-professional cosplayer. Her name's Miss Lunar Crow. Um, she ended up attending a few of the fan expos with a booth for herself. And just knowing that I have like this friend that has done it so well and does these like big, huge things with it and whatnot just inspires me. And yeah, so that's that. How about you?
Well, oh, here's what's funny about it. I didn't know what the fuck cosplaying even was. I knew about the only like I think I when I was younger, I only thought San Diego Comic Con was literally the only convention in the world. I didn't think there was one in Chicago. I didn't think there was one in Canada. I didn't think excuse me, I didn't think there was one in England. I had no fucking clue what anything was, and I didn't even think cosplaying was a word. I didn't think the thought never occurred to my head that people could make their own movie quality like outfits. I thought like people would just wear like Halloween costumes and
Yeah.
just did just like dressed around in like fucking their favorite characters from like movies or whatever and just shopped and did nothing, didn't pose or anything like that. Because I would see this shit in like Robot Chicken or Family Guy when I was younger. That was like my first exposure of it because it was San Diego Comic Con, and I was like, "What is that? I want to attend that. That looks cool as hell." Even though it's just people with Halloween costumes, that's still cool. I got a Superman Halloween costume I can wear. I got a Darth Vader costume and shit. But like as I got older, I started finding out about like New York Comic Con, and then there's the C2E2 one, which next year will be its 10th C2E2, and I gotta go for that one. Hopefully, I'll be able to go. But like, I don't know. As I got older, I started realizing what cosplaying was. I was like, wow, people are actually making that? How the fuck are they making that shit? I'm fucking amazed by it.
It's
I
insane.
never made a single cosplay. I only bought them. I do not have the talents or the time to make like my own cosplay, nor do I really have the money to buy one. But
It's too much money.
I do sometimes, and it hurts. It's like, it sucks when you're me because that will be my tombstone.
It sucks when it's me.
RCK. It sucked to be me. That was a line from Red Dead Redemption 2. It was somebody goes a mission happens and someone goes, well, that could have gone smoother, and the main character goes, that's gonna be my tombstone. And I thought that's a great idea. It could have been smoother. But anyway, here's like the problem with me is like, I'll buy a suit that I've been wanting for like months or even a year. I'll get it, I'll wear it, and I immediately want something different. It's just that's just a thing that happens with me. And it's not just with cosplay, it's just with a lot of shit. I'm just like, that's how ADD I am. But I'm trying to get better at that, and I'm pretty happy with my bat suit that I have now. My Deadpool costume, I think I might give that up, and I might stick with the Deadpool outfit I wore when I was at Fan Expo, which is a steampunk Deadpool. It's, besides the mask, that mask is always sweaty, and even Lurk can confirm she saw me take it off every fucking 5 minutes. Wow, that came out wrong.
He's so sweaty.
I'm so oh, that's even worse. I took off the mask every 5 minutes because I was just Niagara Falls. Oh my god, it was so bad. But like, and my monocle was like I think even the monocle I glued to the mask was also sweaty because it fucking fell off and broke. Yeah. And I just kind of just tied it to the hat and I was like, it works. I'll just hold on to it for a picture. But now that I've been doing it for a while, now that I've been having good cosplays that I paid good money for, I'm pretty proud of them. I think the best part about cosplaying is the interaction with people.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that someone sees what you're cosplaying as and got a kick out of it so much that they want to take a picture or video of it.
My favorite thing is seeing the little girls.
Especially when they see and Ray.
Especially that. Because it's the first, like, Star Wars character. No offense to Princess Leia, but I mean, Rey is more relatable. I feel
like. Wow, you're going to trigger a lot of people saying that.
I know. Oh,
man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, that's got to be fun.
Carrie Fisher is, like, a godmother, but I don't know. Rey is just, she's, you know, she's had this major struggle and whatnot, and it's just this something a little girl during this day and age I feel like could look up to.
Yes.
And since when I do wear that cosplay, I look like Daisy, so they really lose their minds because they actually think like, oh my god, it's fucking Rey. Like, it's adorable.
It happened this year when I was at C2E2 with my friend Josh. He dressed up as the Penguin from Gotham, the TV show Gotham, and he looks so much like the actor who plays Penguin to the point where, like, he said that one little girl. We even made a podcast together, like talking about like who do we think was gonna die at fucking Infinity War.
Oh my god!
What big character is gonna die in Infinity War? We were both wrong and right. Let's say that. If you haven't seen it, we were both wrong and right. But anyway. He said, I think I remember this. A girl was fucking crying seeing him because she was like, "Are you him? Oh my god, are you him? Oh my god!" Freaking out. One person was like convinced, like, "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in the other convention." That's a big problem about when you in a city like me. I mean, Vancouver's a lot like Chicago, except it's just more expensive and more mountains.
Yeah.
Let's say that. There's no fucking mountains in Chicago. Except mountains of just fucking garbage. But anyway, sometimes there's two conventions running at the same time. One's like on the other side of the city, or one the building that I go to, the McCormick place, there's kind of like the one that we went for a Fan Expo. There's like 4 buildings in one, basically. And last year, there was 2 conventions happening at the same time. There was C2E2, and then there was it was a science convention. It wasn't like a cool sciencey like, oh look, floaty cars and shit convention. it was more like hello everyone, welcome to this experiment here. We are with a famous professor, and he's gonna teach you how to do the laws of physics on a notepad for about 7 hours or so. And that's it. That's just it. It was just very boring, and a lot of them left that convention to hang out with us because it was so boring. That's the big problem with that. But where was I going with this?
I don't know.
That was a tangent. What I was saying was I like the interaction. I like seeing people look at another person's cosplay, either they're mine or a friend that I'm with, like freaking out so much that they're like, oh my god, you look incredible. But can I tell you what's a really shitty feeling?
What?
When you worked on a cosplay and the person you're with has a better cosplay and you're wanting to take a picture with your friend. Because this happened to me this year for C2E2. And they see your friend and they look at you, and what you're wearing almost goes along with what they're wearing too. For example, I was Batman and my friend was Penguin.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, they see me like, oh, we're going to want to take a picture together. They look at me and they go, can you take this picture for us? I saw that kind of happen with you when I was there, and I felt so bad. Because, like, no one, I guess, cared for The Last Jedi Rey. But when you were The Force Awakens Rey, and when more people took pictures of you than me, I was, like, geeking out about it. So...
Yeah, you were all like, I felt like you were so like upset that when I was Last Jedi Rey and I wasn't getting photos.
I was very upset.
I was totally okay with it. It's like I know that there's a lot of work I need to do on this still, because it was a really like.
I mean, it is a good lesson. It is a good lesson when someone doesn't take your picture, because it's like, okay, well, this didn't work. Let me try something different.
Yeah.
But like,
I still had more dyeing to do, and it's not like it was bad. It's just I have more dyeing to do on one piece, and I didn't have a lightsaber.
I was so mad about it. I was so mad because I was like, "Come on, people, look at her. She looks like Daisy Ridley."
I thought more people would like The Last Jedi, but clearly.
But as soon as she put on The Force Awakens, then that everything was fine with the world.
Yeah.
So I was very proud of you for that. So, but like. No, yeah, I just dig the whole interacting with people, especially like to me, I think my best cosplay experience was when I was at MCM. I think day 2, MCM in London, 2016, around October, because in London they have more than one day to like have MCM. They'll have MCM in like, let's say in spring, and then one in summer, and then last one in fall.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. But like, it was the end of the day. We were all ready to head home, and I rode the fucking like underground trains in London in all my cosplays I wore that day, and it was a blast just seeing no one care. You know how I said, like, in Canada, if you walk around in a cosplay in public, everyone's like, that's really cool! And in America, you get kind of, like, mixed reactions. In England, no one gives a fuck.
I feel like they're just a breed of people that don't really give a fuck about
They really don't care who you are or what you do. If anything, you're probably just a street performer going home. So, why would they care if Batman is in the subway train with them? Who gives a fuck? We got shit to do.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but we were on our way home, and I was just about to take the mask off, but all of a sudden I hear a little girl scream my name, go screaming, Batman! I turn around, and it's a mother, I'm guessing a 5-year-old, I think a 5-year-old Darth Vader, and a 3-year-old Elsa. And they all wanted to take a picture with me. And as soon as they stopped, as soon as like the mom took the picture, they both gave me a hug, and I did like a big group hug with them as Batman.
Oh.
That I think is the best moment ever. And it's happened before. Like I've done charity work as Batman before. My cousin holds this big like foundation for children who are sick. And they had me. I didn't go this year, but they would have me come over as Batman to help give whoever won these gifts, presents, and everything like that, and interact and take pictures and everything like that. This one kid immediately, like, he didn't want a picture. He just wanted to hug me. He just wanted to hug Batman because he just loved Batman so much. So that I think is the best thing about cosplaying. So if you're watching this and you've debated on cosplaying,
just do it.
Seriously. If you think like it's lame or maybe it's not, or I kind of want to do it, I don't know, I'm a little bit nervous, just fucking try it.
Just do it. It doesn't matter the quality of your costume. It can be super shit and it can be amazing, but people are still gonna love it. So
imagine being in a Halloween party and you have the best costume out of anyone else there, and people want to take pictures with you and compliment you on how good your costume is. It's basically that, but like better. So
yeah,
it's just fucking do it.
And the fact that you could like make a kid's day, that's there.
There you go. You know, unless you don't like the little shits, then I don't blame you. And make an adult's life. make some adult happy.
Exactly. So, I wish I could do like the charity stuff because I want to be part of the 501st.
Oh yeah, talk about that. Talk about that. What happened with that?
So, I know that my Force Awakens costume, the shawl, isn't the right color. But with that being said, people know who I am and it works. Like it's.
Excuse me.
I think it's perfect, to be honest.
Boobs. Fun.
So I applied to be part of the Rebel Alliance, and they were like,
explain what the Rebel Alliance 501st is.
So
what is that?
If you don't know the 501st, you live under a rock. But the 501st started it. They're all the people that dress up as stormtroopers and like the Imperial side of Star Wars, and they are all over the world. There's different groups, and what are they called? Like, I wanted this to be like sanctions, but it's not the right word. But they're all over the place. And they all dress up and they go to children's hospitals and they visit them. They do charity events and stuff for donations. Like, there was a huge booth at Fan Expo of just Star Wars stuff with Star Wars people and cosplay there that you donated money and you would get a photo with them. But that money you would get like a variety pin that's got Star Wars on it. And I have all of them. This year, thank God, they had these coin things that you could buy instead. So I bought all of them. And all of the money that they make from doing those photos and whatnot goes into the local children's hospital. And I've always wanted to do stuff for children's hospitals around here, especially because my cousin almost died when we were younger, and she was in children's hospital for a long time. And basically, the front of her brain, she had to relearn how to talk and walk and all this other stuff. But she was there for a while, and it was a great hospital. They were so nice, and I just always wanted to like give back somehow. When I learned about the 501st for the first time, I was like, I want to do that. Like that's what I.
Have you ever seen pictures on Facebook or like Google or whatever of like people who dress up in really good Star Wars cosplays?
They're all screen accurate.
To go to like hospitals or children's hospitals or donations, whatever. It's all It's like 90% of the time 501st.
It's gonna be 501st. Yeah. Like, they're the only charity group that goes into children's hospitals and in their gear. But to join them, you have to have exactly screen accurate costume. And
she's not talking like, oh, like you can change the color or something. No, it has to be like,
it has to be accurate. The stormtroopers, their buttons have to be made a certain way, painted the right way. There has to be a certain amount of dots that are on their armor. Like, it has to be exact. And if it's not, when you apply, they will list out everything that's wrong. And it really pissed me off because 2 years in a row I went to Fan Expo and they had no Rey. I've never seen the Rebel Elite Alliance, which is the 501st, but the Rebel side. They work
The
together.
light side of the Force, basically.
Exactly. They've never had a Rey. I've never seen a Rey with them. And the first 2 years that I cosplayed as Rey, there was no, like, you couldn't go onto the Rebel Alliance website and find what the exact things are that they wanted in the costume because they had no idea. They had no idea what they needed you to wear or what to look like. And those 2 years when I took a photo with the 501st, because it's my tradition, if they're there, I'm gonna do it. All of the people that were part of it were like, "Oh my God, you need to apply. Like your cosplay is so good, and you look like Rey. Like you need to do this." And I waited too long, I feel like. And the second year that they said that to me, I decided to apply, and I just got back this long list of things that were inaccurate with my cosplay, and it just seemed really rude. Like like they didn't do it in a nice way, and they advertised that they will help you to and whatever, and give you all this advice and whatnot on how to do it and where to go and all this other stuff, but they don't. They just give you this long list of this is all wrong, fix it, and then reapply. So it's kind of just killed my spirits, to be honest, to even bother to apply, because I have other Star Wars cosplays in mind that I'd like to do. And
Do you
I
really?
have, yeah. I would love to do Ahsoka Tano.
Oh God, just imagine the makeup job on that shit.
Yeah. I
Oof.
recently, like, the only thing that stopped me from doing Ahsoka is her hair, or I don't remember the actual words for her tentacle shit. That's her hair. But I recently found somebody who does an amazing cosplay of Ahsoka, and I found the company that made her latex wig. So,
There you go.
yeah. But you know, it's just, if someone looks like Rey, has the costume already. I don't know anybody who's cosplayed as Rey. Like all the other Reys I've seen don't have a staff like me. No
You know,
one
that's
has that
amazing you
staff.
say that, because in C2E2 I see a lot of Rays. Like, not a lot of them have like staffs, because most of
The
the time.
only Reys that I've ever seen are the speeder version of Rey. So they have that tunic shawl on their head with the goggles, so that they don't have to do the hair. That's the
Oh.
whole reason. They don't want to do the three buns. And I'm like,
Wow.
I made my staff, and it's the right height to what it should be, proportionate to my body. And all these other people don't do that. But yet the few Reys I have seen online, part of the Rebel Alliance, they are all the speeder version of Rey. They don't have a staff, and they don't look like Rey. And I'm pretty sure you can testify that there's people in the 501st that don't even look like the character that they're portraying, because there was that one dude, I have
Not
no
even
idea who the fuck he was.
not even that. Like, I saw this one lady that was wearing all white, and like she had white hair, and like the best describe what she looked like Anne Hathaway's character from the really terrible Alice in Wonderland movies. She looked like that, but like, I'm guessing she wasn't, because she was allowed to be in the 501st, so I'm guessing she's a Star Wars character, but I have no idea who the fuck she was. And then here comes Lurk, who looks dead ass like Daisy Ridley from The Force Awakens. Maybe like one thing was off, who cares? And she's telling me that they were basically scolding her.
And I've had people stop me in line, or as I'm walking by and they're getting their 501st photo, and asked if I could be in the photo with them because of my cosplay. So
Didn't you
like,
have people from the 501st, like cosplayers from the 501st, walk up to you and go, "Wow, you look so much like
yeah,
Rey. You should
me
apply."
taking my photo with the 501st, I had 6 of the 501st people, 2 separate years, 2 separate 6 groups of people. So a dozen people in the 501st around here say, you need to join. Your cosplay is amazing.
Wow.
And I get just ridiculed.
Jesus.
Yeah.
People are very harsh when it comes to like accuracy and shit sometimes with cosplaying. Because that's the thing. Sometimes you'll come across a cosplayer that's like obsessed with like getting everything right.
Which I understand.
Yeah.
But when there's like very small, minimal things and you're freaking out about them, like seriously, what if I go in my cosplay with you guys once and you see how many of those dying kids have their lives changed because I was able to let them hold Ray's staff, or they
Nope.
were
Gotta be
able to.
accurate. Gotta be
Like,
accurate.
I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
It's gotta be accurate. I sound like Stone Cold Steve Austin there. What?
But
I
with
want to
all
be
this
part
said,
of the what? I
with
want
all
to be
this-
part of the five. What?
with all that said, though, I really appreciate the 501st and what they do, and I applaud them. But maybe loosen your reins up a little bit, especially since you have people who are extremely overweight being Luke Skywalker in a photo. Like, just saying.
Look, 501st. I don't know you, but fuck you. So, I guess we've been recording for like almost an hour now. I guess we're gonna finish up. We're gonna finish this off with. Do you have any like famous, like not famous, favorite cosplay like story, like other convention stories you have? Like any moment that was like, I have to tell people about this. This was so insane or so hilarious or awesome or whatever.
Nothing super like crazy.
Okay, I got a few.
Go for it.
Okay, I got two. One's really short. One's kind of but I'll try to make it short. So, are you familiar with Yaya Han?
No. Is that an anime?
No. She's an Asian cosplayer.
Oh. Well, I was close.
She's probably cosplayed an anime before. But there was a moment where I was with my friend Nate. I was kind of a shitty version of Michael Keaton's Batman, and my friend was Arrow, season 1 Arrow. And,
Shout out to Stephen and Mel.
What up, dude? What up?
Actually,
what up,
have a oops. Yeah, I have a story. Anyways, continue.
So he we were just walking in the convention floor, just kind of just being grade A chillers, and yes, I stole the grade A chiller term from Cody Ko. What up? You know, Cody Ko, you fuck. Anyway, he we were discussing cosplayers, and I just went on a tangent about Yaya Han. Because I said to him, like, you know, I'll be honest, I really don't like Yaya Han. I think her cosplays are amazing, but we had a friend. She wasn't our friend at the time that this happened. Like, I hear echo. Yeah, I think it's gone. Okay. Anyway, so
Sorry, I'm listening.
Okay. So I went on this tangent about how, like, you know, I'm really not a fan of Yaya Han because we both knew a friend. She wasn't our friend anymore by the time the story happened, but like she talked about how she did something with Yaya Han, and Yaya Han was very like picky towards other people's cosplays. It's kind of like how the 501st was to you.
Okay.
And why do I hear an echo?
Do you hear an echo?
I hear an echo. Am I just loud in your headphones?
Maybe.
Okay, that's fine.
I did move it off my ear for a second, so maybe that's why.
That might have been it. That's fine. I'll fix this in post, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, so like she was basically being like 501st, saying like, oh, like you're not accurate to be part of this group, or your cosplay wasn't that great. Basically, like a very hard judge at like a fashion show. And
wow.
From other things I heard about her, she just has like such a bitchy personality.
I feel like if you're gonna be like hard on people's cosplays, it needs to be like a cosplay competition or something.
She's most of the time a judge at the cosplay contest that's in C2E2. She's like one of the judges there, but like I don't know. I went to one of those shows and she seemed fine, but like I was very young I was like 21 at this time. And like I was kind of the dipshit that just took other people's word and didn't have an opinion of my own because I just wanted to be like other people. So this is how much of a shithead I am, and this is why I got my just desserts. Because while I was talking shit, about Yaya Han,
Oh no.
guess who was right behind me with her own fucking booth?
Oh.
Yaya Han, her own fucking booth. She's in a Batgirl costume. It looked sick as fuck. And she had her own pictures of the other costumes she wore. And she just looks at me, judging me. She folds her arms, looks at me. My friend Nate is laughing hysterically.
Oh no.
He just kind of like walks off, like with his hand in his fist, just kind of like laughing, letting me deal with his pain. She looks at me, she folds her arms, her eyes are the only thing that's moving. She's like an owl. Like, her body is moving, but her head staying still, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Only her eyes are moving. She looks up and down at me. Up and down. And then she looks at my costume and she goes, not bad. And she walks away. Who is a bigger person than that? Fucking Yaya Han telling a fucking 21-year-old dipshit to shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What was your story with Stephen Amell?
So, oh my god, 3 years ago, maybe now, if not 4, Fan Expo, I went with with a buddy of mine and one of my cousins. And I don't know if my cousin was with me this day, but I was with my buddy, and we went to Subway, and we were sharing a table with some dude that was in cosplay, and he was clearly at Fan Expo. And we got talking with him and whatever, because, you just make small talk with people you're sitting next to. You include everybody. And we ended up finding out that he was one of the prop guys on Arrow, and he's in charge of making the arrow tips and the quivers and stuff. And he said they go through so many arrows and arrow tips because Stephen Amell can't shoot worth shit.
I heard that somewhere. I heard someone saying that like Stephen Amell, at least like in the first few seasons of Arrow, he is not sucks. A good shoot.
Yeah. He has no shot to save his life.
He's a great like parkour guy, but like when it comes to shooting arrows, yeah, they say that he's not great.
Yeah. They go through so much shit. So.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But
also, really quick though, didn't you say that someone from iZombies wanted to take a picture with you?
Yes.
Tell that story.
Oh my god, what is his name? Hang on. 2 seconds. I follow him on Twitter. There he is. Raul Cajoli is
what character
his name.
Does he play?
Oh my god, why am I blanking so hard right now? I got this.
I would cut this out, but nah.
Ravi, he plays Ravi.
There you go. My friends would be like, I love Ravi.
I love Ravi. I put on the spot and my brain shut down. But so Ravi, I met most of the cast because I got all of their autographs and whatever. Also, funny story, when I met Allison Muchaka, I had at this point caught up with iZombie. But when I was talking to her, I just was so starstruck because I love her. Like, I've been watching her since Phil of the Future. So I was
shit,
so,
she
like,
was in Phil of the Future.
Yeah, I was so
shit.
In shock and shit that I'm like actually meeting this girl that I basically grew up watching on TV. And she's trying to have like this serious conversation with me about like the finale of the latest season, and I'm like, I have no idea what I've watched right now. I don't know anything. Who am I? Where am I? But the only person I didn't get to meet then was Ravi because I either just missed him or he hadn't come out yet. So I went to the
Of the
panel.
closet.
I went to the panel, and then after the panel, they were all gonna be at their booths. So I was in line at his booth, and he is a huge Star Wars fan. Like he loves that shit. Now, you obviously, anytime you take a photo or get an autograph with these people, you have to pay for it. But I walk up to him and he's on it, like I'm next in line. He sees me and he starts freaking out. Like he doesn't give one fuck about this chick that's in front of him right now. He is focused on me coming up to him. He is losing his shit. And he basically like just gets that bitch the fuck out of there. And he gets up and he gets out of the booth and he's like, I need a photo with you. It's not going to cost you a dime because I want this photo.
Oh, so, man, just imagine like being in that line and you see Raffi tell some other cosplayer, you'll get this for free. How pissed off would they be?
Right? So,
oh my God.
I get this awesome photo. I tweeted at him like, hey, I'm the one who was Ray. Can I have a copy of that photo, please? And he's like, of course. So he tweets me the fucking photo, and so I have a photo with him for free. And he just like lost his mind. And him and
it's not just any photo. He's the one that's holding the camera and taking a selfie.
Are you listening, 501st, a celebrity fangirled over my Ray cosplay?
It's not like he gave like his phone, his camera to like someone else. He's like holding it at like a selfie mode with the biggest fucking smile on his face.
Yeah, he was like a kid. Like he turned into a kid seeing Ray for the first time in person. And he grabbed my staff and he was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, and asking all these questions about like what it's made from and all this other stuff. Who's the guy that plays Liv's love interest that ends up turning to a zombie too. He fangirled a little bit over my cosplay and played with my shaft. That's but like Ravi was like just
Ray, let me play with your shaft.
they were he fangirled so hard. So 501st, hello.
Call me. Oh jeez. Okay, so my last cosplay story. This is so insane. So, same convention as the old Yaya Han incident. It was me, Michael Keaton Batman, my friend Nate, Season 1 Arrow, and our friend who I don't want to give out his name because he's not my friend anymore.
We'll call him Potato.
I was gonna call him Gregory, but I know a Greg and he's really fucking cool, so let's call him Potato. So Potato. I'm gonna fucking laugh every time I say potato.
Potato.
Potato was Spider-Man, and we were waiting in line for day 2 of C2E2 2014, and the line's not moving yet, and we think, oh, we're gonna be here for a while probably, and Potato has not only a Spider-Man outfit on, he's got a backpack that has a Captain America shield in it. It's almost like he predicted Civil War.
Oh my God.
Like, flat out, he looks like he predicted it. But, like, by the way, I always say that name wrong. It's Civil War, but I always say Silver War.
Oh, jeez.
I'm always afraid to say that when I'm with friends, because they'd be like, what did you just say? Yeah, Silver War. Captain America Civil War. What? Why is everyone looking at me like that? Like, you fucking idiot, it's civil. Silver. What's your favorite history to learn about? The Civil War. But anyway, so, he had a backpack that had his wallet, his cell phone, and a Spider-Man mask. And on the back of the backpack, it was the Captain America shield. He felt weird with it. So he looks at me and he goes, hey, could you hold my backpack? I'm going to go return the Captain America shield in our hotel room. I'll meet you guys in, maybe not even 5 minutes. And we're like, yeah, go ahead. So he leaves. And as soon as he leaves, the line starts moving.
Oh no.
And me and Nate are like, oh fucking god damn it. So, and we've had a history with Potato. Let's say that, like, with Potato, like, he's done some shit that had involved a lot of drama, and we really didn't like this guy. Yeah, he came with us, but like, honestly, like, me and Nate were like, we're really better off without him. But whatever. He was even fucking yelling at me because he didn't know how the ATM worked while I was trying to check in the hotel room. He didn't know how the ATM worked, so he was fucking yelling at me while I'm trying to check in. And
good job, Potato.
Literally, it was so embarrassing. Anyway, so we're in the entrance line waiting for Potato to come back. Like 7 minutes go by, there's no Potato. We don't see Potato anywhere. And we're like, oh, where the hell did he go? So we go out of the convention and we go around the big lobby area where there's escalators and people outside taking pictures and shit like that. No Potato. But there's people taking pictures of us. There's like, Batman, Green Arrow, picture please! And like, we're being swarmed with people wanting to take pictures of us. Me and Nate, Batman and Green Arrow. There's like, oh my god, like, please. Like, Batman, be an Arrow! First up, picture! So many people. And then we go outside. And no Potato. And just out of shits and giggles, we go back to our hotel room to see if he left the Captain America shield there. We go up there, and he did. And also, remember, we cannot text or call him because he gave me his backpack that had his cell phone,
oh my god,
his wallet, and his Spider-Man mask.
So basically, Potato potatoed.
Pretty much, Potato is naked in the convention floor, basically, just wearing a really shitty Zentai Spider-Man outfit. And anybody who's a big cosplay guy listening to this don't know what Zentai is and be like, oh god, that poor human. But you know what Zentai is?
No.
It's horrible. It's
no.
just a very cheap bodysuit that looks like a child drew designs on it.
That sounds beautiful.
Have you seen those Spider-Man and Elsa videos where you see like 3 Spider-Mans, one's a normal costume, but one's an all pink Spider-Man outfit and
yes.
It looks so shit? That's Zentai.
Okay.
So it looks like that. He got that. So we go back down to the convention looking for Potato, and we literally do not see him. This has been going on for 20 minutes, and there's no Potato. So we're looking around everywhere for him. We're in the lobby downstairs. We're in the lobby upstairs. No Potato. We go back into the convention floor. There's no Potato. And it was at the point we were like, I was recording too, this, by the way. So like, I did a joke where like, whenever I saw a Spider-Man, I thought it was Potato. And it was like, are you Potato? Nope, too short. Are you Potato? Nope, too small. I mean, too big. He was very small, too, so I had to look for a small Potato. Just as Spider-Man.
Small potato.
Yeah. And it was at the point where me and Nate were like, you know what? Fuck Potato. Let's just go out and enjoy ourselves, because we really don't like this guy. And it was so bad that, like, 2 people who had cosplayed as somebody from Lord of the Rings wanted to pose with us, and we were surrounded by people taking pictures of us while we were in this fighting pose. Batman and Green Arrow versus Legolas and whoever the king is in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, shit.
So we're there for like 5 minutes posing, and our backs are hurting, and we're just doing this action pose. We had a conversation, too, like, what we were... Just imagine, like, us doing a pose, and then I go, so how's your C2E2 going? Not that bad. Is your back hurting? Oh, it's fucking killing me.
Oh, my god.
Nate goes, let's check the cafe. We walk by the cafe, and we see him. We see Potato on the top floor. His face was redder than his Spider-Man outfit.
Oh my god.
He wanted to murder us.
That's not your guys' fault. That's his fault.
Exactly. So we're walking by him and we're going, Potato! Spider-Man! Peter! Where the hell were you? I have your wallet. I have your cell phone. I have your mask. What were you thinking leaving it with someone like me? But you left us, dude. So he is not having any of this. And my friend Nate quotes Arrow. Instead of saying, you have failed the city, he just points, gets his bow and arrow, and he goes, you have failed this Comic-Con! Potato is not laughing, not smiling. He punches Nate in the shoulder, and then punches me in the shoulder. Out of pure rage. And we're just both like, okay, dude. You alright? What's going on? And he begins to say, he begins to say, I was over here looking everywhere for you guys. Did you guys not hear me scream your name? Now, this is a huge building with, like, literally thousands and thousands of...
So you're supposed to hear this one guy screaming out of thousands of people.
Yes. And we're like, no, dipshit, we did not hear you. I was by the Ghostbusters area! The Ghostbusters area is at the end of the building. All the way that way. We were by the entrance, which is all the way over there! It's like... How can I put this in perspective? It's like where you took me to see the planes take off in the back of the convention in Fan Expo. That's where he was. We were by where you parked your car.
Oh my god.
That's the best perspective of where we were. It's very fucking far. And he thought we would hear him. And he's just livid. He's livid. And me and Nate are laughing our asses off.
My goodness.
That is my favorite convention story ever.
Well,
and we have been
snaps for the smartness of Potato.
And we have been recording for 1 hour and 16 minutes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I think this is a good place to cut it.
I think so.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you!
To Let's Get Things Straight episode 2. We actually have a second episode. Let's hope this keeps up. I am RCK.
I am Lurk.
Just Lurk.
I am Lurk.
And we will see you guys in the next episode. And always remember, what was our motto?
Oh, fuck. Fuck bitches and level up.
That's it. Fuck bitches and level up.
Spaz.
Goddamn Lurk's pussy herder again. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
I am Lurk.
I'm Batman. Oh, it's so cringy. Bye!
Bye!